is up, you all? We're back for another Final Destination Bloodlines video. Today we're going to be talking about some new details we heard about what's the next step in the franchise. Before we get into it, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So we know that right now, Final Destination Bloodlines is the highest grossed Final Destination film in the franchise. It is actually on its way to 200 million from my knowledge. It is actually doing very well. And when movies do great in the box office and things like that, it leaves it to basically let us know that we're going to be getting another film or a sequel. Now, we also hear from an article over on Collider with the two writers and directors of Final Destination Bloodlines touching on what we can expect to happen next. And this is very interesting, being that so Zach Levitsky actually shares on how he feels with the next step with the Final Destination franchise and what could potentially, we can expect, saying that we've been debating that ourselves, and that honestly at this moment we've put every idea that we possibly could think of into this movie, every anxiety we can think of that will make for a great set piece, every small detail, every big callback that we wanted to do, every Easter egg, everything we could think of is in this film. I'm sure with some time, new ideas will percolate. This one, with the Bloodlines thing, it's just allowed it to be so fresh. Do the premonition in a different way, found a really great way of invigorating the character work, and it demanded to be made. We wouldn't want to make another one unless it demanded to be made. And we had another 2 hours of insanity to give people. I'm sure that can be made, but currently it's a bit of a head scratcher to figure out, but it'll take some time. So to get into what Zach Levitsky was touching on, basically saying that he doesn't want to force it. If it's something left to tell with the franchise, then he'll go for it. And they basically put all their eggs in one bucket with Final Destination Bloodlines, and you can actually tell with some of these crazy set pieces that they had in Bloodlines, being the Skyview Tower with Iris, everything going on with Stephanie and Charlie at the end. I think that, you can tell that they put a lot into this, and I feel that it is story left because of what William Bloodworth said to the group when they were in the hospital or whatever, with him kind of just telling them that Kimberly Corman actually is alive and she actually cheated death. And I think the fact that we know that she's still out there in that universe keeps that door open for another chapter of Final Destination. Now, talking about what they can do with Final Destination 7. Now, they've done all type of premonitions, but I think it's a lot of other ones they can do too. Like, for example, a water park premonition will actually be crazy. Like, could you picture an opening of a Final Destination movie at a water park? I mean, they already did an amusement park. A water park will be crazy. Like, maybe the slides will start breaking or something. And one that I think will be crazy is a cruise ship premonition. Now, fun fact, Zach and Adam actually said originally they were going to try to do something that was similar to the cruise ship premonition. I think they said it was like a paddle boat or something like that, just because they didn't want it to feel too Titanic-ish, because they feel like Titanic was the first film to do that, and that's what it's known for, like a cruise ship sinking. At the end of the day, I think that Final Destination Bloodlines will still do it the best. Could you imagine a cruise ship kind of going up in the air and people fall, and the things that be on cruise ships nowadays? That will be crazy. A zoo, anything. They can go so crazy with the opening of premonitions, but I feel like the story has to be something where it's a group of people and they have to somehow get in contact with Kimberly Corman, like I told y'all in my previous video. I think that character is now set up to be the new William Bloodworth. We even seen like William Bloodworth almost like pass the torch to her when he was talking to him, when he said that she actually cheated death. So we seen in Final Destination 2, she actually drowned. Remember, she was in the van or whatever, she went under the water. So I think that she actually probably did die, and then they resuscitated her, because we did find out that in Final Destination Bloodlines, Stephanie, that when she was drowning in the RV as a hat tip to Final Destination 2, that she was just unconscious and Charlie brought her back, and that's how they did not actually cheat death's cycle, because she was actually still conscious. She was just out of it, if that makes sense. But with Kimberly Corbin, she was actually not breathing and everything from my knowledge. So that's how she resuscitated and cheated death. And that's what William Bloodworth was explaining to the group, that that's how she cheated it, because she understood the formula and what you had to do to trick death. Now, the fact that she's out there, maybe it's something similar to Stephanie's situation where death took a little break and the doctor notified Charlie, like, no, she wasn't dead. She was just unconscious. Maybe that's the same thing with Kimberly Corbin, or she's going to be like this William Bloodworth type of character. Maybe she actually is the one who only cheated death, and now this group needs to go out and reach out to her, similar to how everybody was, you know, knowledgeable on William Bloodworth's character and everything. And the fact that Tony Todd is no longer here with us, what's better than to pass it on to Kimberly Corbin? Because think about it, Iris cheated death, and then William Bloodworth cheated death. Now Kimberly Corbin is a part of that group because she cheated death. So to think what could be is that she's the new William Bloodworth. That makes sense, because she's actually having the same thing that happened to her happen to other people, and she can help them cheat the cycle of death because she has the knowledge on them, because she's done it before. Because Iris did it too when she was in the Skyview Tower, and that's how she had that guideline book. She was helping her granddaughter. So I think that's the perfect way to continue Final Destination 7 with a new group of kids that's having to get in contact with Kimberly Corbin. I mean, she is officially announced to be alive and have cheated death, so it would be cool to get an OG character back on her screen, and just paying a lot of homage to Tony Todd as William Bloodworth. And man, they can go so crazy with it. Like the premonitions, bro, it's just the beginning. Like I said, a water park, it can be an apartment building just burning down, it can be anything, a beach, a concert. Oh my god, a concert will actually be crazy. And they can do a lot of things with the cruise ship. I think a cruise ship is actually scary, because cruise ships, people are going on them right now as we speak. Carnival Cruise Line and all those things. So I think that it will actually strike fear in the community, because a lot of people still go on cruise ships. But I think that it's going to definitely be one for sure, off of the success of it and the box office numbers. I mean, that's how just movies work. And I think they have a perfect door to walk down a lane and direction with Kimberly Corbin still being alive, because of her character being, you know, the one to resuscitate herself and survive and break the cycle of death. And I think it would be so cool to have a group of kids to actually get in contact with her, and maybe she gets took out of Final Destination 7. Either way, I think that's the perfect way to bring this film to life and bring it back to the big screen, because Bloodlines is definitely one of my favorites. It was such a good one. It had some great humor, some comedy, some good scenes, a great balance. So yeah, you all comment down below, how do you feel about this, and what should be the next opening premonition, and how are you feeling about the Kimberly Corbin idea with her being like the new William Bloodworth and her being a big part of Final Destination 7? Comment down below. Unfortunately, this is the end of this video. I want y'all to hit me up on all my social medias at ILIKESCARY, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.